Hi guys, in today's video I am sharing my packing list for a work trip with kids. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Yana and I am a wedding photographer, and just a few weeks ago we went few days, doesn't matter, who counts, being a mom, like you don't remember the time. So recently we went on a trip for my sister-in-law's wedding, and obviously she needed a photographer. I'm a wedding photographer, so I'm like, I would love to do this for you. I needed to bring all of my equipment with me, in addition to all of the other things that you need to have while you're traveling with small children. My sons are 5 and 2, and obviously not obviously, I have a husband, I have myself, and we were going there for originally 6 days, which we ended up traveling for 7 days because we missed the connecting flight for while we were traveling back home. So it ended up being actually 7-day trip, which I guess we packed for 6 days. So I mean, doesn't matter, we did not change at the airport while we were staying at night. So let me share with you my list of what I brought with me, just in case if you are traveling in similar situation, or you might like have not looking for inspiration but making sure that you're not forgetting important things. So here is my list. So first I will start with my equipment. I am not sure if any of you who are watching my videos is a wedding photographer or photographer. If you are, give me a shout out in the comments. I would love to hear if you are watching, and like if we have that extra connection with us. So right, I brought all of my equipment that I needed, and then that was one backpack. We were allowed to bring 4 carry-ons onto the airplane because it was 4 people and my son is 2, so he does need a separate ticket, so he had his separate seat. So yes, we had a separate carry-on for him. Going there, we had a little backpack for him, but I felt there was more trouble than help for us to carry all of the things. So basically you pack all the carry-ons for small children, but you end up carrying them, so you should make a decision if you want to carry extra things or no. And going back home, we chose to just pack his little backpack away and not have a little carry-on for him. So we just ended up having 3 things that we brought on the airplane with us because it was easier and more like kept our brains more sane. And now let's jump into actual items that we were bringing with us for everything else. So second, basically clothing, everything that we needed. I checked the weather and it was supposed to be cool for most of the days and it was supposed to be hot for a few days. So that was very confusing and a little bit difficult to pack for, because we had to pack short sleeves, t-shirts for ourselves and the boys, and shorts and something cooler, and then long sleeves, pants and shirts and hoodies for some of the days. And I'm so glad I actually brought 2 coats and hats for them, which we did use because it was cold on the day that we were leaving. And I don't remember, yeah, I'm pretty sure we wore some coats there as well. Oh, and I did not tell you where we went. We went to Omaha, Nebraska. It was a very fun state to visit. We brought 6 days worth of clothing, which was mix of hot and warm. And I'm actually very glad that we were staying at Airbnb because there was a washer and dryer available, and we actually did a wash there, which I thought I brought enough clothing, but apparently not. Because with small children, they go through clothing a few times a day. And like just yesterday, I was complaining to my husband, I changed my boy's clothes 4 times, the older one. We had an accident. We had, we went outside playing the sandbox twice. So you need, I'm not trying to tell you everything that I did yesterday and whatever, but you need to plan, especially if you're traveling with small children, you either need to bring like double or triple of clothing that you will be in need of using for them, and possibly for yourself a little bit extras, because they will get you messy or you will get yourself messy because you're taking care of them. Like one example was during the rehearsal dinner, my little son was sitting in my lap and I was feeding him and I was feeding myself. And obviously when you have someone sitting in your lap, you cannot lean over the plate as much, and to be careful. So I dripped grease on my shirt. I was so sad. I wore the shirt for the first time, so, and it's ruined. It's like greasy spot on my belly for forever and ever. If you know any tricks to get out the grease after the wash, I did wash it and dried it, so I'm not sure if there's a way to get it out. So if you have any trick, let me know in the comments. I would love some help. I love the shirt so much. But whatever, bring at least 1.5 times of clothing for yourself and double or triple for your children. I feel like being at home, we normally just change shirt and clothes at least twice a day for messy reasons, because kids get messy. And if you have a chance to stay somewhere where you can do laundry, then just plan that you can do laundry, and that's a wonderful option to have. But if you don't, then bring more clothes with you. Same things for the undergarment and socks, both for yourself and the kids. I had an accident while traveling there. I drank water, and I drank two in a bad way. That was the weirdest thing ever that happened to me. So I almost choked on the water, so I spit it out. It fell on the rug, and then later, a few minutes later, I sat down in that wet spot. So I had wet jeans and wet underwear for half of the day until it dried out. So if I would have extras with me, like easily available for me, I would probably change. But yes, even adults can have accidents, and for children even more. Same thing with socks. Socks get pretty dirty depending on how you live. In my house, we do not wear shoes in our house, so if you're walking around in socks, you have clean socks. But in most American households, that's very normal and appropriate to wear shoes everywhere you go in the house. So the house and the rugs get very dirty. So the moment the kids walk over the surface in their socks, the socks gets very dirty. And then like, it's a little bit disgusting to me, like if they keep wearing those dirty black socks for the rest of the day. So like, I tried to change them at least once a day. And like when it's morning activities, we would do one thing, and then for evening activities, we would change into something new, fresh, clean. Like, not that they were like playing in a sandbox or like playing in the playground all dirty and like slightly messed up. So I like changing them. So obviously bring extra clothes for the number of days. So count the number of days and multiply it 2 to 3 times for the kids if that makes it easier for you. For myself, I was very tempted to bring exercise clothes, and in the very beginning I even put it in the suitcase, and then when we were packing, I'm like, oh, I'm not sure if it fits, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's okay for me to skip it. And I'm so glad that I did not bring exercise clothes for me. Depending on what kind of vacation you're going or what kind of trip you're making, just think, if you will be going sightseeing, if you will be walking around, if you will be going to the playground or swimming pools or beach, maybe you should consider skipping bringing workout clothes, because for me, I'm a work at home mom, so most of the times I stay home and I hang out with my kids in the house. We go out once a day, hopefully, but sometimes we don't. So my lifestyle is pretty sedentary, whatever. I sit a lot and I do not move as much as I should. So recently I started exercising every morning for 30 to 45 minutes in the morning, and I feel such a difference. I feel, yes, I think my scale does not work, so I'm pretty sure I lost some weight, and I definitely feel a lot better, and I think I look better as well. So I really wanted to exercise, but I'm like, okay, we will be going sightseeing, we will be doing activities, I will work for one day, so I will be like walking around like for the wedding photography is pretty taxing and very physically exhausting. So I'm like, I will get my exercise then. And I was hoping that we will do a lot of exercise throughout the day. And let me tell you, I was so tired. First of all, we would go to sleep a little bit later, so I did not have energy to wake up earlier and exercise anyways. So just think carefully if you really need the exercise clothes, or if you will be able to exercise enough throughout your trip, and like how you will be doing your life throughout all of the days while you're there. For our shoes, because the weather was a little bit iffy and like it was cold and hot a little bit, and I'm like, well, if it's hot, it's okay, we can tolerate like the sneakers, because even during summer times people wear sneakers and closed toe shoes, and it's okay. So for me, I brought I think they're called Cads, so closed toe sneaker looking shoe, and I also brought flats for the wedding day, which I could work in and look pretty decent on the wedding day as well. For the boys, we brought closed toe shoes. They do not have sneakers yet. They have like wintry shoes, like leather looking shoes. So we use them all for the travel and all for every day of the week. And then for the wedding, we brought them extra set of shoes that were super cute. I love them very much. So now they're more like going out shoes, church shoes, special events shoes for them. And that's basically it. We just brought 2 pairs of shoes for each person, and that was it. And because we were going for the wedding, I needed to make sure that I have a pretty dress for myself, so that, well, I mean, work appropriate and pretty for the wedding. And for the boys and for my husband, we made sure that we selected and purchased separate outfits for the wedding, and the boys were so cute. In the pictures you cannot see their shirts with polka dots, but they're like, because the polka dots are pretty tiny, but I wore a dress with, I guess I like polka dots. So I wore a dress with polka dots, and they wore shirts, white shirts with black polka dots, so they kind of matched me. The pictures you can't see because they're so tiny. And my husband just wore neutral, like white shirt, gray suit, and black tie. So we were all matching in a very subtle way, but if you would look to details, yes, we were matching. I was so proud of myself. But yes, I needed to make sure that everyone had their clothes, and my husband packed his own items himself, but I made sure that I selected his tie. We had to purchase a shirt for him because we didn't own one that looked decent on him. So make sure that whatever special event you're going to, you have that appropriate attire, suit, tie, belts, cufflinks if you need them. Just set out that outfit for that special day. Make sure that you have it and don't forget anything, so that, I mean, you can go shopping on a trip, that's fine, but it might be a little bit stressful when you realize it, when it's difficult to find a certain item. So I would say have that special outfit for that special day somewhere separately for the whole family, making sure that you're not forgetting anything. And I'm going to mention it just one more time. If the weather is cold, make sure that you have a coat, a hat, a scarf, possibly something warm for all members of the family, making sure that no one is cold and getting sick or like unhappy and sad throughout the day. So just plan, probably just one, I guess, depending on what you're doing. If you're going away for a like skiing trip or something, you would need more outdoor items, but for most of the cases, it probably just one coat and just wear it to the airport so that you don't have to stuff it in your suitcase. I want to mention something else. For myself, I only packed one pair of jeans and one pair of shorts. I know it all depends on how you guys wear things, and like some people will be like, ew, disgusting, you're wearing the same pair of jeans for the whole trip. And I get a chance to wash it once, which I was very happy about. However, I feel like jeans do not, I mean, they do get dirty because you sit in places, but they don't look dirty, and I don't stink on at least my legs. I cannot wear the same shirt twice, or can I? I probably could, but for the trip purposes, I would not wear the same shirt twice in a row. So just see if you can reuse certain items. Just cut those items, because like for the kids you have to double up so like you don't want to bring too much. So if you can cut on certain items and like you don't need to bring them, don't bring them. For my jewelry, I went very, very simple. I brought just one necklace, which is this, and actually I did not even wear it once, because for everyday life I felt like it was more bothersome and like more dangerous to rip it while I was doing life with small children. And for the wedding, it's a lot of things that are hanging on me the way I wear my equipment, so I felt like it would be more of a distraction, and like it will not be benefiting my life and the quality of work that I was doing. So most of the days when I'm working, I skip jewelry, or at least longer jewelry. If it's something short, that's fine, but if it's longer jewelry, I have to skip it. So that was it. I did wear my wristwatch because it's extremely helpful on wedding days for me to easily see the time and check, make sure that we're not behind the timeline. But I normally don't wear watches, so the only reason I brought my watch is that I needed to use it on my wedding day. Otherwise, I did not bring any jewelry with me, but it will be obviously different for everyone, because some people love their jewelry, and I feel like trips and vacations are an amazing way to show it off and enjoy it. So make your decision if you need your jewelry or watches or anything like this throughout your trip. But for me, it was super simple, and I didn't even get to wear half of it. Going to the next categories, like hygiene items and the bath, like restroom items. I brought a very simple set of things that I brought with me. I basically brought one little tube of shampoo, and the reason why I say tube, I got this coolest thing at Target. It's not a hard bottle, but it's soft bottle, so it was very fun for kids to play and for me to squeeze out my shampoo. So I brought one tube of shampoo. And I do not use conditioner in my hair because of the kind of hair I think it makes it worse than better. So shampoo, razor, toothbrushes for the whole family, floss, and then Hygiene. Oh, that's right, razor. Did I mention razor? I brought razor. And then for the hygiene items, I brought deodorant, perfume, my makeups, and my makeup is extremely simple. I have eyeliner, eyebrow liner, eyebrow brush, pencil, whatever it is, one thing. For my eyebrows, my mascara, and my foundation, which I don't wear foundation regularly, so it's only for like special occasion when I have to look super pretty, then I wear foundation. And that's it for my hygiene items. For the boys, we did not bring anything for them because normally I just shower them with just water, and it's rare when I use soap. So I felt like if I would need to use some soap on them, I would just use my shampoo. And again, for you guys, it might be very different because I know that a lot of people use a lot more hygiene product. For me, for our family, no. And you just need to make sure that you bring the items that you must have and not pack more than you kind of have to. I did bring a few tampons just in case of the whatever emergency. You never know, things can happen. But those things stay in my work backpack because on the wedding days, I want to have feminine hygiene products, floss, little scissors, band-aids, and like a wipeout thing. It's like a Tide stick. I guess you can use any brand, whatever you prefer, but this is basically my emergency kit for myself and for the bride and the bridesmaid that I have to have, kind of, because people sometimes on the wedding day you don't think of certain things, and like if someone has crazy thing happening to them, like I need to be able to help because I know those things that can happen. So those things belong into my work backpack anyways, but I just feel like I need to mention just in case if you might forgetting those things. So feminine product. And that's right, for myself I did bring the tweezers because my eyebrow, I mean in a week my eyebrow probably would start growing out, so I did pluck some eyebrow while we were at the vacation, so I did bring those. And that's right, I did mention tiny nail scissors. Those are super helpful with kids while you're traveling. There's so many uses to those, so yes, I love bringing little scissors right in my purse, and I carry them everywhere with me throughout the day. As for medication, my son he had an ear infection a few days before we were supposed to go on a trip, so so we made sure to bring his antibiotics onto the trip. Do not forget any kind of prescription medicine when you're going on vacation or a trip or something, because yes, it sounds like it's going to be such a stressful time if you have prescription medicine. I don't even know what you do. Maybe, I guess there are ways to go and fill it and go to the local doctor, but that's like so much work and so much time wasted out of your vacation. And plus with the antibiotics, and I'm pretty sure all medicine you have to take them at a certain time of the day. So if you are traveling in the airplane and you have like 6-hour flight, what are you supposed to be doing without medicine? So do not forget your medicine. So medicine, I brought some vitamins for myself, and for the boys we definitely brought some band-aids, and they were so helpful. I cut my finger, my boys got bruises and little scratches, so having band-aids were a lifesaver. I did bring some pain medication for my husband. Gets headaches once in a while because he is a soda drinker, so whenever we go away somewhere he doesn't get his soda in, he gets a headache. So I brought some headache medicine. I normally don't get any pains regularly, thank God, but like if in any case I did have the Excedrin, I think that's what I brought for him. And then I brought a little jar whatever of kids pain medicine. I think it was ibuprofen because that's what we were advised to give to my son when he had an ear infection, that it takes the inflammation down and also obviously it relieves the pain. So we brought a little bottle of ibuprofen with us as well for my sons, both of them, whatever could happen. And because I feel like it's easier to bring those few tiny little bottles with you than spend half of the day being stressed out and like hunting down that medicine for them. So medication, do not forget things that you regularly use and a few emergency things that you would want to have with you. I did not bring any insect repellents with me this time, but depending on where you're going, maybe you should consider bringing some. And I did not do any research yet, so later I will be probably doing another video about like organic and super kid-friendly repellents, because I am pretty concerned with those things. So currently I did not need to bring anything, so I did not, but if you're going somewhere, maybe consider grabbing one or making one yourself. Lint roller, I did not bring a lint roller with me, which I think was a mistake on my part. Thank God we did not need one. But going to a wedding, I feel like you do need one. And if you're going on a business trip, if you need to look super presentable, remember to bring a lint roller, because in my case, he was lucky enough that we did not have to use one, but it is a very good thing to have with you. Tissues. My son did he have any snot issues? Oh my goodness, I don't even remember. But we did not bring tissues with us, but we did, once we arrived to the location, we did go grocery shopping, so we picked up some tissues, and I think it's wonderful to have tissues around with you while you have kids with you. Cotton swabs or whatever, those ear cleaning things, I don't think you're supposed to be using them in your ears, but everyone does, so I might as well just call them that. I did not bring enough of them. I just grabbed a little bunch, threw them in my makeup bag, and I feel like we did not have enough. Next time I'm going to grab a bigger bag, because between 4 of us and like trying to wipe off my makeup and cleaning everyone's ears and noses and little holes, I feel like I needed to bring more. So do not forget to bring those with you. I also brought a hand sanitizer, which was super helpful in the airplane and as we went throughout the day. I'm not in a habit of using hand sanitizer because I don't think it is very good for you to use, but I felt like being on a trip, on a vacation, because we were exposed to so many more places than we regularly are, I felt like it would be a little safe thing to do for us to use a little bit of hand sanitizer in the airport and like throughout our day-to-day life there. Also remembering your moisturizing items, facial creams, anything that you must have. I just brought a very simple moisturizer with me that I normally use. Lip balm. I feel like airplanes dry out you so much that you must have a lip balm or chapstick or something in your purse with you, and grab a few extras, put them in the suitcase just in case if you lose one, so that you have them on and don't have to go and try buy one somewhere else. Sunscreen might be a wonderful option to have for us because we were traveling to like a cooler place. It was only that our faces were exposed for most of the part. It was one day that we were out and it was a warmer day, so we did wear short-sleeved shirts. So I feel like everyone got a little bit of tan. Yeah, you can't tell that I got a tan, but the day after I was like, oh, I look tan, I'm so happy. But yes, consider bringing sunscreen, especially if you are more sensitive to sun than some people, because I know paler people get burned so easily. As for my hair products, I brought with me flat iron, the curling iron, and all of my hair products. Hairspray, volumizing mousse, and heat protecting spray, and hair brushes, all the hair brushes that I need. And I used most of them. I actually did not use flat iron because for some reason, I enjoyed my curly hair very much. It gave me a lot of volume. So actually right now I do not have, obviously I'm not curling my hair right now, but I thought it was a super fun look for me, so I just used curling iron for all of the days and I didn't use any flat iron. So next time I might just consider skipping bringing the flat iron and saving some space. The leisure category or work category, a few more items that I needed to bring for myself was a laptop and a charger for my laptop. If you're bringing a laptop, do not forget your charger. Same thing for your phones, and the outlet pieces in addition to those USB cords or whatever the way your charging device looks like. Make sure you're bringing this so that you're not like, again, all stressed out and trying to order something from Amazon or like try and find them somewhere in the store. So I needed to bring my laptop, my phone. I skipped bringing any books with me because I've tried bringing a few books before and then I would never read them, because traveling with kids, you're so distracted by trying to take care of them, make sure that they're not getting into anything and they are safe, that I feel like no one has time to read when you're traveling with kids. We did bring 2 books for my boys to read, and we did use one that both of them love, like because our night routine involves reading. So anytime we shower them, we read them a book, they're ready to go to sleep. So I felt like we did need to bring a book, but I did not bring any leisure reading for me because I'm like, if I'm bored, I have my phone that always have fun, exciting things things for me to look at. And I didn't even have that much time to look at my phone, like Instagram, all the fun posts and all the, like, I did not have time. And there's always things to read on the internet, and there's plenty of research that I need to be making about like parenting, all those good things that every one of us is struggling. So I'm like, I need all the help. But yes, I did not bring any books, and I don't think I will ever bring books with me when my kids are small, because there's no way for me to read. As for the travel aids or travel help, as I call them, we brought lots of snacks, and I will be making a separate video about what we brought for our kids and like all those things, like individual snacks and individual toys, because I think it might be very helpful for parents with children to see what those items are. So yes, stay tuned if you want to hear this. This is coming. Oh, that's right, I didn't mention, please subscribe and hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button, because if this is the content you like, and if you want to see more, subscribe and you will see more coming in. And yes, notification bell is kind of important, because YouTube does not notify you when my videos are coming in or other YouTubers videos are coming in. So basically, if you don't hit the bell, you probably will never see my videos again, because right now I'm a small YouTuber. So the videos that are being like when you go to youtube.com, the suggested videos that you see are the videos of more popular or like more famous, I guess, YouTubers that are shown, and things that you watched prior to this that is a very high chance that you will see. So on the homepage, you will not see my videos. So if you want to see my videos, click the notification bell, and then like in the little, like just like Facebook notification, you will see, oh, Yana posted a video, then you can come and watch it. Because if you don't hit the bell, you probably will not see my videos. So if you want them, click that bell. Just a little tip. And that's right, where was I? Oh my goodness, distraction moment. It's like my mind goes off. So that's right, I will be making a separate video on what we specifically brought for the kids to be happy on the flight. And that's right, we brought snack, toys, books for the kids. We brought just a few diapers and a few wipes with us. I mean, not a few, enough for us to get through the flight, but we bought diapers and wipes once we got there. I brought some gum for myself. Another thing would be to remember, if you do get nauseous and seasick, if you are going on a sea, obviously, like water, or if you are going on the airplane, bringing a seasick motion, what is it? Sickness medicine, whatever the name is, so that you don't throw up and like be miserable all while you're traveling. And obviously make sure to bring your either passport or your driver's license, depending if you're traveling internationally or domestically, your visas if you're traveling internationally, your debit cards, your credit cards, whatever you feel like you will need with you on the trip. If you want to bring some maps, possibly, but right now I feel like everything is in the phone, especially if you're traveling domestically and everything, like you have either Wi-Fi or like local connections, like you don't need maps because everything is in your phone. And the last thing to mention as for like the technology would be that little piece for the car. It's like goes into a cigarette lighter thing that you can use for charging your phone or your devices in the car with a USB thing on the other side. So that would be helpful. A lot of rental cars have the USB thing, the USB's connections right now in the charging place, but just in case if you don't get one, having that piece would be super helpful as well, so that you can charge your phone on the go. And one more thing to remember would be to bring water bottles with you, the refillable water bottles. Obviously you can drink up to the security gate, and then you dump all your water, and then you go on with your life and you fill up your water bottles as you go throughout the airport. Airport water is super expensive, so I always tell people, get the water bottles and bring them with you. And I think the last thing on my list was a little bit of cash. It's always wonderful to use credit cards and debit cards and whatever. There are some credit card companies that potentially could shut off your credit card if you did not call them ahead of time and let them know that you're traveling, because if the purchase is made from an unknown to the credit card location, basically you have never purchased things from that location, your credit card can get shut down and then you will be stuck with no money. So having some cash on hand for whatever reason is super helpful. So just put it in your purse and have it with you at all times. Okay, you guys, this is it. That was a very long list of things, but I mean, our trip did involve work and leisure and sleep and all other things with kids, so there was a lot to pack. I hope this was helpful to you. If you are traveling anytime soon, I would love to hear where you're going, what your plans are, what you're doing. It's always so fun for me to like experience your life a little bit as well. So let me know in the comments below or message me on social media too. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.